Hey everyone, welcome back to Clued Into Crafting. I'm Lily from Siser North America, and today we're going to use EasyWeed Adhesive a little bit differently than usual. Instead of a screen print foil, we're going to pair it with felt and create this super cute embroidery hoop art. So if you want to make one of these, stick around to see how it's done. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is apply our EasyWeed adhesive to our piece of felt. I've already cut these to size. You want to make sure that the adhesive side is down on the felt and the shiny, more plastic carrier side is facing up. Now I'm using the home iron on one setting lower than the cotton, but if you're going to use a heat press, just go with the standard 275 for 5 to 10 seconds. So you're just going to press firmly for probably about 15 seconds with your home iron. You can see that it's applied because it's clear now instead of that kind of white milky color. So just keep moving in sections. With a heat press, this would just be one and done. You wouldn't have to press multiple sections. It's nice that it turns clear too, because then you can see any little areas that might not actually be attached to the felt. Now when you've got to the point where all of it's clear, you want to resist the urge to peel your carrier. I know we're used to it from working with regular heat transfer vinyl, but because of the clear carrier now attached on here, this is making it sturdier to cut on your Cricut, and it's also going to prevent your mat from getting all fuzzy, so it's a win-win. So since this is kind of a special material, it's not just felt, it's not just EasyWeed adhesive, it's a combination of the two, I really suggest doing a test cut and making sure that you are going to cut through every layer, so you even want to cut through the carrier this time. Okay, so we test cut it and we made sure that it cut through both layers, the felt and the EasyWeed adhesive, so we're ready to move on to cutting our full design. I'm just going to hit the flashing Cricut button and let it do its work. While that's cutting, we're going to do some cutting of our own. We're going to use our embroidery hoop and our cotton fabric and measure out a piece big enough to go inside of the hoop. So you want to leave a little excess on the edge and make sure that your fabric is really flat. So I've already pre-ironed this area. I'm going to move it into a corner. So now we've taken our felt off of our mat and we're going to replace it with Stripflock heat transfer vinyl. So make sure you put that shiny carrier side down on the mat. Smooth everything out. And also make sure that you move your dial back to the iron-on setting. Because remember, now we're trying to just cut through the heat transfer. We want the carrier to stay intact. So I'm going to load that mat in there. Make sure my screen's ready to go and hit the flashing button. Let it do its work. So the Cricut's done. I'm going to unload the mat right now. Take the Stripflock off of here. Then you just want to cut out the section that's been cut. Trim it away. We'll save that for later, and then we'll go ahead with our Siser weeder and get in there and weed out everything that we don't need. So now that we have our felt piece ready to go and our Stripflock weeded and ready to go as well, we can actually decorate the cotton fabric. So I'm going to use the embroidery hoop just to set it up as a guide and make sure I like the positioning of where I think the felt's going to go, probably right in the center, about there. So then you just want to peel off the clear carrier on the back. So It's a little tricky to get it going, but once you peel off the clear carrier, then you have the adhesive actually exposed and ready to be heat applied. So I'm gonna line it back up again one more time. Make sure I like it in there. Then you're gonna remove the embroidery hoop, set it to the side, put your cover sheet on top, and press it with your iron. Should be able to get the full thing underneath there. Press it for about 5 to 10 seconds. Okay. And then after pressing that, there's nothing to peel, there's nothing left but felt stuck to fabric. So we're ready to add our Stripflock vinyl right on top. I like using the fuzzy vinyl because it kind of meshes in with the felt and you don't notice that it's heat transfer. You might think it's embroidery. So I'm just gonna line it up on the center of my felt here. Grab my cover sheet again. And this time I'm gonna press for another 15 seconds. Okay, so after we iron, we have to remember that Stripflock is a cold peel, so I have to wait to peel our clear carrier. So while you're waiting, you know, just hang out, have a little coffee break, do whatever until it's cold, and then you can peel it. So let's see. If that doesn't work for you, if you want to speed up the process, you can always rub it on a table or another cold surface, and that'll help draw out the heat quicker. So we'll flip it over. Perfect. Okay, so we've got everything applied to our cotton fabric and we're ready to move on to the embroidery hoop part. We're almost done with this craft. All you have to do is loosen the screw on top of your embroidery hoop, separate the two circles, and then you're going to place the fabric on the smaller hoop and use the larger one to capture it. So you're gonna pull the fabric nice and tight before you tighten that top screw again. So from here, we still have all these edges around the outside. Really simple way to get those and hide them is to use a bit of embroidery floss and a needle. You're just gonna go around the outside edge and do little stitching to pull in all your edges. So now when you hold it up, it's super cute. You can't see any of that extra fabric. The last thing I like to do is take a little bit of ribbon here, thread it through the top loop in between the screw. Almost. Just a little bit easier than threading the eye of a needle, not much, but a little. And then once you have your loop through, you can pull your other two strings through, tighten it up, and now you just have a really easy way to hang it up on your wall. You can tie a bow at the top, you could tie another knot, it's totally up to you. But it's a really simple way to brighten up your walls. The little felt, a little EasyWeed adhesive, and a little bit of Stripflock, you can make a super cute piece of wall decor. I hope you guys enjoyed this craft as much as I did. I've been really obsessed with embroidery hoop lately, and I just think it's so much fun to decorate your walls with them. If you wanted to use this method to make a fabric applique for a garment, I would definitely recommend that you still add stitching around the edges just to make sure everything's super stable. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and make sure you hit that bell. You'll get notifications whenever we post new videos. I'm Lily from Siser North America. Thanks for watching.